gods, and therefore she is asked to support the other gods like Adityas, Aditi, and so on and so forth, so that they all become Adityan, Adityam, Devim. So Adityas, and then Devi Aditi, that is the mother, because she is the source for all gods to come up. So they support the strength of the deities like Adityas, Aditi, and also Vajram, the Vajram Devi, even Vajrayudha, and that's also the powerful weapon. So all of them remain strong and remain undefeated upon the earth. That is, they should continue in spite of so much of disturbances upon the earth. Their duty must keep going, whether there are clouds or no clouds, whether there is snow or no snow, etc. The Bhagavans are there, Aditi is there, Surya is there. Therefore, it is said, Urdhvam Udishata. So, waters act like the thunderbolt and the most powerful of powerful weapons. And also, Aditi, so these two have been praised here in this connected to the Surya Bhagavan. In fact, we see a lot of waters, and that water is the source for all energies to come up. That's what is the praise for the water in this with the word Vajram. You know, among all Ayudhas, Vajrayudha is supposed to be highly strong. It is something like the Brahmastra, a very powerful weapon. Therefore, that kind of praise has been given in this particular passage. Now, Devihi Parjanya Suvarihi. And now let us go to the next one. Vajram Devi Sivaha. Shivanaha Shantama Bhavantu. Divyaha Apa Oshadhayaha Sumrudaika Saraswati. So, the Apaha Divyaha, Apaha Shivaha, Apaha Shantamaha, Apaha Divyaha, Apaha Oshadayaha. Look at the description of the water, properties of water, that they are Shivaha, the divine waters are always benefit to us. And Divya, and also Shamtamaha, Shanti or Arogya Pradaha Bhavanti, and Oshadhayaha. So they are the rise for they give rise for the herbs and plants. And so Divyaha, Apaha, Oshadhayaha. And therefore the earth is containing number of lakes and other water sources. And all those water sources available in the world, upon the earth, are to be the forms of different forms and formulations of Devi Saraswati. Therefore, Hey Saraswati, Amma Saraswati, the word Saraswati is flow. You know that Saraswati is a goddess variantly described. One, she is taken to be the doctor, one as a goddess of learning, and another is a war goddess, and basically she is a river. Therefore, in Saraswati Suktam of Rigveda, we notice that Saraswati is Divya, and how whatever water containing upon the earth, they are all in number, they are all in the form of lakes, tanks, rivers, etc. All that is by, or she only is there. And what we want from that water devatas? See, Sumrudika, she is highly compassionate. And otherwise, she will be the remover of difficulties to us, sorrows. That's why even Rudra is called as a Mruda and Parvati is called as Mrudani, because they are removers of our sorrow. The very word Rudra means Rudam Dravayatiti. Rudam is Nadam, Rudam is Dukkham. So all that kind of negativity or evil that will hamper the prosperity of the people is being removed. Therefore, the Saraswati, the waters, are the remover of sorrows. And again, Vyoma Sandrusi. So Vyoma is the Akasha, and it is being protected or supported by the Vyoma, in the sense that all water places get water from the heaven and caused by the Surya Bhagavan. Therefore, as much great is the heavens, so much great is the water places, and they have the water places upon the land have the prospect of protecting any and everybody. Therefore, actually, where is the water? Basically, the water is there in the heaven. And what is there in heaven is not useful for the heavenly God, because they don't have a kitchen. They don't cook. They depend upon human beings upon the earth. Whatever offering they give, that is to say that they are supposed to make a lot of yagnas, lot of naivedyas. Whatever they eat, that should be given to them. That is the law. In Bhagavad Gita, also Krishna said, you must always prepare food for sake of me and not for sake of you. Those people who prepare food for their sake, they are all agham. If they take food, it is not that food that they are taking, but it is the sin that they are eating. They are eating the sin. That's why agham bhunjanti papmanaha. Krishna is not very much, is very angry upon such people who do not remember the God, but everything they use it, thinking that they are the masters of it. No. That's why here beautiful prayer is that Mate, Saraswati, Mate, Amma, Goddess Saraswati, the water flow, and she is Sumradika, and how good she is good as the heavens, the Vyoma. That's why Mate Vyoma Sandrusi. We say Mate Vyoma Sandrusi. Actually, these are all prose sentences. They are very sharp, precise, and poignant and significant sentences. This is a characteristic style of the Aranyakas. You know, in Brahmanas, we have got explanatory, when our Vedic literature is divided into 4 stages, that is Samhita, Brahmana, then Upanishads, before that Aranyakas, and Upanishads, and then Sutras. So these are all the divisions how the entire Vedic bulk of knowledge has been handed over to the people, that people can understand better for the practical use. Because one has to live a Vedic life. Vedic society should be our model society after which we should follow. In fact, the mythology also is a standard for human. So mythology is the divine society. And so our human society should also be just like the divine society, so that there won't be much contrast and division done between gods and men. Because the man becomes God and God becomes man, there are the interchanging positions between God and man. So exactly this is what is our theme there for the next workshop, or what next annual day celebration, where we are trying to bring the God's divine people and human people on parlance, to put on the same platform. And they have also problems, we have also problems. And the problems vary according as their personality, as their standards, as their levels, and as their number of conditions are there. So all people don't have same problems, and all gods don't have same problems. But problem is a common thing to all people. That means problem means samasya. how best they can resolve it, how best they can choose it. So in that light, you see that waters, they should be, as our according to our prayer, Shivaha Shantamaha. Shantamaha means Shantama. Tama is the superlative degree. That is not simply happiness, but it should be best happiness. Best happiness in the sense that there won't be any alternative for that. If you have alternative, then it is not best. When you say best, it is, there is no alternative, but you just accept it. That's why there is no better alternative stuff than water in the world. Water is good while you are healthy or non-healthy, whether you are young or old or whatever be the stage, but they remain quite benefic for the human health and human prosperity. Shantamaha bhavantu. And moreover, we see divyaha apaha, that is, they are all found in the heaven, and from heaven only it has come. That's why we just now made a prayer, Shanno Bhava. That Shanno Bhava, that Sham, we keep on making a prayer to Surya Bhagavan that whatever that comes to earth and comes to our table must not frighten us, but that should be convenient, that we should be able to accept it, use it, derive all sorts of benefit. That's why here Shivaha, Shantamaha, Apaha, and Divyaha Apaha, they're all divine. That's what something like people are buying water, saying that distillery is better than ordinary water, because at one time, one yogi predicted, in course of time, people purchase water. In fact, in Bangalore, at one time, the VW Water Board people used to charge 1 rupee for water charges. Whatever be the consumption, they used to charge only 1 rupee. But things have changed a lot. Now things are different. So, but no, water was free, but 1 rupee was the just collection of the charge. Bill was like that. But probably afterwards, now that 1 rupee disappeared and it became multiplied. So that's why Divyaha Apaha, water is freely available. Nobody need pay for the water. Plenitude of water is there upon the earth. But nowadays things have become different, and so we have to pay. And Oshadhayaha, they are Osha. All herbs and plants come up because of the water only. And the water is available to us in different forms. And so she's a mother, Mate, Saraswati. And how is that Mata? Mata is always Subrudika. She's always compassionate to her children. Whether child is anybody, child may be anything, but mother cannot lose her affection to the child. That's why Shankaracharya is damn sure when he said, Kuputro jayeta kochidapita kumata nabhavati. So in Devi Aparada Stotra, he says that there could be chance of a bad boy, son becoming bad, but never the mother. So in that light, Mate, Saraswati, and how like she is, Vyoma Sandrusi, she is just like this Akasha. Akasha Shariram Brahma. See, Brahma is having the Akasha Sharira in the sense that so much expansive and so much beneficial for all that. Unless otherwise a canopy, we can't be comfortable. So the canopy for the yogis or the Akasha only, sky is the only one limit. But temporarily all grihasthas will make gruha with some temporary ceiling. But for people who live in forests, vanaprasthas, they don't have any ceiling at all. Sky is the limit and bhumi is the support. Like that, here, Vyoma Sandrusi. Now next we'll go to the next one. That is Smriti. Please repeat. Smriti Pratyaksham.
Smrti Pratchaksham. Smrti Pratchaksham.
Aitihyam.
Aitihyam. Aitihyam.
Smriti Pratyaksham Aitihyam.
Smrti
Pratyaksham Aihityam. Smriti Pratyaksham Aihityam.
Anumanas Chatushkayam.
अनुमानश्चतुष्टयम् अनुमानश्चतुष्टयम्
एतैरादित्यमण्डलम्
एतैरादित्यमण्डलम् एतैरादित्यमण्डलम्
सर्वैरेव विधास्यते
सर्वैरेव विधास्यते सर्वैरेव विधास्यते.
So this is an interesting passage where you are able to imagine that there is a solar region in the sky. And when you talk about Vyoma Sandrusi, then what is that Vyoma? That Vyoma is the Akasha. And what is there in Akasha? There is Aditya Mandalam. And that Aditya Mandalam is visible to all people. And moreover, that is a Pramana. Aditya Mandalam Sahetaihi. And how do you know that there is a Aditya Mandala, there is a Surya Bhagavan? Actually, we see one sun, a radiant energy, a radiant globe, and we don't know much about it. Actually, as it is, without the knowledge of scriptures, without the information given by various hundreds and thousands of rishis regarding the nature, the contents, and the creation and sources and influence and applications, etc. Actually, we don't know anything. We are all just normal people. That's why Manu says that Janmana Jayate Sudraha. See, all are at basic level. Sudras. Sudra means service minded. They don't know anything. Then he says Samskara Dvija Uchyate. Only because of the samskara, the culture, education, pursuance, scholarship, practice. So when all these combine, then only you are called as a Dvija. That is, your birth will be doubled or birth will be sanctified and your birth will be understood at all. Why at all I am born? Actually, people don't know. They are born, they keep on doing one or the other useless or useful activity and close their eyes. But our Vedas, our Vedanta, our Rishis and scholars and parents, everybody tell us, no, you are born with a purpose. Not that you are born without purpose. If there is no purpose, we are not at all allowed to be born. So birth itself is a big opportunity. In fact, as we go to Puranas and all places, there are hundreds and thousands of Sukshma Jivas are there, they are, which have lived and died here, waiting for the chance of rebirth. They are waiting. Don't let us not think that today one people die, after 1 month is again born. It's only misnomer. People think, oh, my grandfather has born again, let me give my grandfather's name. No, it is not at all approved in our, understood from our scriptures. Therefore, there are 4 measures or pramanas through which you can come to a surmise that there is a region, solar region, and that is being determined. You have to determine that. What are the norms or canons through which you are able to determine? 1, Smriti, that is the Smriti Grandhas, which are from memory. That is the Vedas. We have got 2 divisions among that also. Shruti and Smriti. Smriti are the Vedas heard. And what is heard, registered, propagated by the Rishis to their Sishyas ultimately turns out to be Smritis. Because those Rishis who have originally received these mantras would not be with us, we will not know them. For example, the Gayatri mantra is revealed to Vishwamitra Maharshi. Therefore, we cannot see Sitra Vishwamitra. And long years back, he must have received and he would have introduced that in his family mandala. That is what Rigveda has got 10 mandalas, and 2 to 8 mandalas are called as family mandalas. And so in 3rd mandala, which is called as Vishwamitra mandala, there is the Gayatri mantra. And actually, this Rudram has been revealed to the Rishi when he performed Gayatri Japa, Tatsaviturvarenyam, for so many days. He made a Gayatri Upasana, and as a part of blessing, the Parameswara gave him the mantra, gave him the Rudra to another, because Gayatri mantra may be of that Vishwamitra Rishi revealed, but that taking his name and fame and then respect for him, he performed. Therefore, Smriti are the Dharma texts. They are also law books, and they are full of knowledge. Next pramana or next in scope is pratyaksham, that is visible to the eye, physical eye. And what is visible to the physical eye can be surmised with the mental eye, because physical eye only just looks at it. But what it contains as literature contains, that you can know from the literature that has developed on that. So that becomes a charma chakshu, jnana chakshu, and antas chakshu, etc. That's why we say the opening of the Aruna Prashna fund. So Aruna Prashnam, there are 2 times this particular Shanti mantra is recited. What is that? Bhadram pasyema akshabhiryajatra. So aksha is the physical eye. Pasyema is the retina power, the vision. And therefore, pratyaksham, whatever you see, that only you believe. What you don't see, you may not believe too. Like that, pratyaksham is another one pramana, where from, because you are seeing sun in the sky, and you are seeing the globe of light there, and you imagine that there is something which is a source for such a brilliant light all over the universe, where there is no scope for darkness to exist. Therefore, that's what we call pratyaksham. If you want to Vigrahavakya, it is aksham prati, pratyaksham. Prati is next, visible to the eye. Aksha is A, pratyaksha is the B. So A can see B and B can see A. Like that, pratyaksham. And again, one more information that you get, Anuma, the Aitihyam. Aitihyam is history. Because there are scriptures, there are poets. Even before we are born, there are hundreds and thousands of people with different intelligence and contributions are born. Therefore, you see that history is important. Historical details. Through history, we can start believing. We have not seen Aurangzeb or Ashoka Chakravarti or Shivaji, but when you see the history, we come to, oh, Shivaji was there. He was blessed with a great sword by Bhavani Devi, and with that he killed so many enemies in the war, etc., etc. This is all the history. So, in respect of Surya Bhagavan also, there is a lot of history. There are so many people who praised, who described, who employed the Surya Shakti for number of benefits and so on. Solar energy, all that goes as a part of history. And actually in English they say it, story is history. That is, whatever story, there are stories, all people will have story, but that story which is amazing, which will make you surprised, which will make you really feel really happy about it, is called history. If you talk about itihasam, it's in English aitihyam or itihasa sambandham. What is itihasa? Iti ha asa. Itihasa. Ha is ascharya. Because whenever you see something surprising, amazing, you just open your mouth, keep it like that only. When you once open your mouth with surprise, that's called ha. Asa is a belief, existence. You cannot deny that. And iti says the history. So iti asa means it was all there. Ascharyam, katta ascharyanam. When you say katta ascharyanam. So when Maharajas are there, they were all kartas for giving you number of surprises. If I say that Chandragupta or Dushyanta, Maharaja, they're all Chakravartis in other yugas who used to visit Swargaloka anytime they were go. Not simply visiting, but they were going and helping Indra in fighting in war, fighting with the Rakshasas. So Indra used to reward them in one way or the other. For example, Dushyanta, when he was returning from helping the Indra in the war with the Rakshasas, Indra wanted to do something good for Dushyanta. So he made Dushyanta to spot his wife Sakuntala and spot his son Bharata playing in the Antariksha Loka in the Kashyapa Marichi Asrama. So these are all Aitihyam for us. Whether you believe or not, it is there. We have got Bharatam, Bhagavatam, Ramayanam, and so many scriptures are there. And that's all is a part of history. Even Puranavam Puranam. What was Navam, new in the earlier times, that's what is called Puranam. And Anumanam, Mana is measure, is thinking. And Anumana is to keep on putting questions. That's otherwise called as Akanksha. When we learn Sanskrit slokas in Pathasala, it is not like learning in the high school or college. We go with the Padacheda, we go with the meaning of the words, then Tatparya, then we put Akanksha. So trying to put question and elicit answers. So that kind of regular exercise, unless otherwise you cannot be pakka or quite strong in your understanding of the meaning or communication of stanzas, because Sanskrit language stanzas are such that every time they look new to you, and Veda is more new to you. You never remember, you read it yesterday or some time back. The moment you take to repeat the mantra, it looks new. If you are more diligent and intelligent, you will be able to see more fresh meaning. Otherwise, it's called fresh light. You will see that on that. So, Anumanaha Chatushtayam. So, these are all the four measures or pramanas through which you will be able to surmise or determine that there existed the solar region. And moreover, Sarvaireva Vidhasyate.
Sarvai.
The existence of solar region by virtue of four pramanas and establish a truth that these are the four primary parameters that we are able to decide that there first existed. Actually, the discussion begins only when you believe it exists, and then it will have any kind of authenticity and discussion further there. So this particular Aruna Prashna is a highly illogical text. There is a process and procedure of building up knowledge upon Surya Bhagavan. It is something like the Saura Suktam of Rigveda, and this is Aranyaka. But Saura Suktam is Rigveda. So to say, you can see that the antiquity of that. So what has already been very well introduced in our Rigveda and Yajurveda and all that, the Aranyakas are later treatises. They are philosophical treatises which are to be studied, read, recited along with Yajna or along with simply Parayana type. When you are at leisure, during the Vanaprastha asrama, we have got 4 ashramas. While Brahmachari, your dharmas are different. While Gruhastha, your dharmas are different. But while Vanaprastha, your dharma is really different because you are detached with so many attachments that with which you are all worried, you are all busy in the previous 2 ashramas. Therefore, during Vanaprastha asrama, we have a lot of time at our disposal and automatically we will have good health also. See, in Bhagavatam, 11th Skandha, 15th or 14th chapter, Krishna Bhagavan tells Uddhava about the Varnashrama dharmas. And he talks about the ashramas. And he talks about how the Varnas have come. And what are the parts that Varnas have come out from his body. So thereby, we have got the play that Sarvam Narayanodbhavam. All that we are existent now is but from Narayana. Now, you know that there is the Aditya Mandala, which is fixed up, vidhasyate, which is being fixed up, and it is in the sky. Then, which is the energy installed there in the sky? It's a good question. And what is his work? And how do we remember him constantly in our daily life? And how we are affected or monitored by the rise and setting of that great globe, sun in the sky. Well, like that, we get number of questions. Then we have the answer here. Please repeat. Suryo Marichimadatte.
सूर्यो मरीचिमादत्ते सूर्यो मरीचिमादत्ते
Sarvasmat Bhuvanadadhi.
सर्वस्माद् भुवनादधि सर्वस्माद् भुवनादधि
Tasya Paka Visheshena.
तस्याः पाकविशेषेण तस्याः पाकविशेषेण
Smrutam Kala Visheshanam.
स्मृतं कालविशेषणम् स्मृतं कालविशेषणम्
Nadiva Prabhavat Kachitu.
नदीवा प्रभवात् काचितो नदीवा प्रभवात् काचितो
Akshayat Syandate Yatha.
अक्षय्यात् सन्दते यथा अक्षय्यात् सन्दते यथा.
So now let us try to understand these sentences. The sentences are very simple, but it is something like in Telugu we say PKKG, Pitta Konchamu Kuta Dhanamu. That is the characteristic of the Vedic style. They don't have many words to tell you. In very precise, brief language, we get that lot of information from us. See, now we have got that particular Surya Bhagavan there. Of all the names of Aditya, which we have noted, Agni, see, you have got Vayu, Agni, and many names we have found out in the earlier, but now we concentrate on one God. Agni, Vayu, Surya, and these are the three gods. Among three gods, because the other two automatically follow up Surya Bhagavan. Therefore, Suryo Marichim Adhatte. Surya is deriving the energy. Marichi is the Kiranas, the light. So, from the light, he is deriving the light from the entire world, staying above all the regions in the world. See, there are many regions, there are many universes, there are many horizons. Not the horizon that we see is the only one horizon. No. See, for example, when you are in one room, the bedroom horizon or the canopy is not the entire canopy of the whole house. If you have got 10 bedrooms in the house or 486 bedrooms, rooms like in Maharaja's palace in Mysore, he has got 486 rooms. And imagine what would be the scope. So many things are there, all above 7 regions are there. So what is happening in all these regions? Sarvasmat Bhuvanadadhi Adhatte Marichim Surya. So this is what is the prose order. See, what is that Surya doing? He's also constantly on toe. He cannot keep quiet. If he's not here, he's elsewhere. If he's elsewhere, I mean, if he's not there, he is here. So everywhere he is present. That's why Sarvasmad Bhuvanat Adhim Adi Adhatte Surya. What does he grab or grasp or absorb? Adhatte is absorb. So he tries to absorb light, kiranas, power from all regions. That's why in future, in Aruna Prashna, you are going to get the knowledge that Ashtau Surya Yavasita Arogo Raja Patara Patanga Swarnaro Jyotishi Vanna Vibhasa Asmai Sarve Divamadapanti. Like that, we are going to face those lines. But here, Surya Bhagavan Sarvasmad Bhuvanat. There are 14 Bhuvanas are there, 14 Lokas are there. So Surya Bhagavan is called Bhuvanaspati. If Brihaspati, Bhuvanaspati, Brahmanaspati, we have Ganapati, and like that we have got Patis. Bhutapati, Pashupati, understand? So all these gods have got that Patitvam. Patitvam in the sense that they are the lower lords, beyond whom there is no higher lord at all. They are the governing principles. And their word, their grace, their activity is the be all and end all for us. Therefore, Sarvasmad Bhuvanad Adhimarichima Satte. What is Surya? Suryata iti Suryaha. I told yesterday in the other class that his work is only to impel people, to make people to take to work. When sun is there in the sky, you cannot afford to doze on. You can do a lot of useful, fruitful, tiresome works also. At the same time, you can do tough things because Surya Bhagavan, when he is present in the sky, hardly there is scope for any fear. Only in the night it is called Ratrihi Doshavaha. They say only in the nights problems and all crimes and etc. emergencies will crop up. But during daytime, generally all people are working energetic. Therefore, here, Tasyaha Paka Viseshena Smrutam Kala Viseshanam. Paka means as he is moving in the sky, right from morning up to evening, there is going to be Kala Visesha. 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. So this is all the Visesha of the clock. It won't remain the same time at the time that he rose up. So time and tide wait for none. Whether you do any work or no work, but the clock will keep going. Whether you sleep or wakeful, the clock keeps working. Therefore, he said, Paka Viseshena, because of the Paka or change, the unit. So whatever happening is in the solar region, with reference to the solar Surya Bhagavan, what is happening? Kala Viseshanam Smrutam. So even the time differences also are coming up. The units of time and differences are happening because of the Paripaka influence of his race. So here, Smrutam. So time difference is only remembered. See, in America, we have got 5 times. In India, there is a difference from region to region. But there, we don't give preference to time because we do not much loss. Here in America or Western countries, they talk about the daylight saving. Therefore, they will be going forward, backward, an hour everywhere. But here, Smrutam, we only remember the time zone changes. And time changes because of Paka Viseshena. So if anybody asks you, why are the time differences? The deity is remaining up in the sky constantly and with his basic energy and light, but the differences are coming up like days, months, years, and so on. And again, because of the differences, there is the birth of plants, flowers, fruits, etc. And again, it is including the growth of, and it is giving room for the growth of food upon the earth. And there are seasonal fruits, seasonal crops, seasonal rains, seasonal things. All that is taking place, and all that comes under the work Kala Viseshanam. And all the Kala Viseshana is occurring because of the Paka Visesha. Paka is maturity. So Pakam is the ultimate taste is called Pakam. We have got in Alankara Shastra, they talk about the poetry to be of three Pakas: Draksha Paka, Narikela Paka, and so when they Paka means the ultimate taste. Ultimate, what is taste? Taste is experience. What is taste? It is a ruchi. It is the brightness. So the brightness and all that is happening, and sun's rays all active. And not only that, people are born generations together. In Rigveda, you have seen in Saurasukta, Pasyan Janmani Surya. Surya Bhagavan is witness for number of births of same person. In Garbhopanishad, it is said that there is the repetition, including the mother's milk. How many mother's milk we have drunk, we don't know. That is called Stanyapa. That's why Shankaracharya says, Stanyapane Vipasa. Shankaracharya, in Jamakam also we say, Sarihirani Chame Yagnena Kalpantam. So all these later statements from the poets in the stotras will have the testimony to tell us that Surya Bhagavan, because of the Kala Visesha, because of the Paka Visesha of that great Surya Bhagavan, who is drawing energy, who is drawing power, etc., from all the bhuvanas, something like the bee. Somebody said she wants to talk about the bee and the atmosphere or something like that problem. So what does bee do? Bee collects flower, the honey from every flower. But each flower honey may be different taste. But the ability of the bee is to give in the comb, it gives a common taste. You will not recognize the individual flower taste, flower honey taste. Something like the ocean, when hundreds of different rivers join, the ocean has its own taste to give, but it will not give the differences that it has got. Why? Because Paka Viseshena. Because of the ability of the Paka, the Kala Viseshana means that things are all showing like that. And again, maturity for things is only doing to great Surya Bhagavan. See, because sun is rising, sun is setting. People are in, Kalidasa says, when sun rises, people are happy. And when sun sets, then people are unhappy. But when they look at this east again, the moon will be rising. So, Snehodayasya Dukkha. So, one kade oka pakka Snehodayamu, inkoka pakka Dukkha Udayam. So, Snehodayabhyam or Dukkha Udayabhyam Kalaha. So, there is the word Kalo Niyamyataiva Atma Dashantareshu. Kalidasa says, Atma Dashantareshu, in their own inner regions of that, the Kala, Surya Bhagavan is trying to mark differences in the regions. And people are born, those who are born, they grow big, they become mature, they get away, then another generation comes. So up to 3 generations, people are kept alive. After 3 generations, before or after, no, not what happens, we do not know, but Surya knows it. That's why we know that Surya is Vidwan. What kind? He's a Arogya Vidwan. He's a Kala Vidwan. He is so all in all. That's why Surya Bhagavan is being so much praised here, that he is only great because of number of reasons. And again, the same idea is being propagated are elucidated in more words in the other Upanishads. So the Kala Viseshanam is the speciality of time. And whether you want or not, our hair turns gray and things change. We lose stamina much and so on. Therefore, the Kala Viseshanam is due to the Paka Viseshanam. It is all due to the Surya, who is deriving the light and luster and splendor and radiance and heat from all the 14 worlds. So with this kind of explanation, and moreover, continuation is Nadiva Prabhavat Kachitu Akshayat Spansyandate Tatha Tam Nadyo Vissamayanti Soruhu Sativa Sorus Sativa Nanivartate. So it's just nothing. So what does he do? He is trying to gather imperishable power by the flow of current of water, and that current of water is seen in the form of a river. And there is not one river; there are hundreds and thousands of rivers all over the globe. So owing to the joining of several rivers, the rivers, some rivers turn out to be Mahanadis. For example, Ganga has so many rivers joining and becomes a Mahanadi, and Narmada, Mandakini, and so on. So we have got very many nadis here, and if you look at Ganga at Gangotri, you don't believe, is this Ganga? A small streak of flow of water. But as it moves, when it comes to Haridwar or Kasi or Benares or elsewhere, then you start wondering, what is this? It's a Mahanadi. Like that, a bigger river, and also when that becomes a bigger river, it never gets dried up. It keeps on flowing. Ganga Nadi, Ganga Snana, several generations of people did, and several generations of people would do it. So the flow is continuous. It is available for everybody, and therefore there is a Urnadi. Urnadi means a joint venture of other rivers which join the flow of the river. Like that, the Surya Bhagavan Akshayat Syandate Yatha. So Tam Nadyo Vihi Samayanti Saha Suryaha Uruhu Sati Nanivartate. So like small nadis with more and more small rivers joining, becoming a Mahanadi, even our Surya Bhagavan also, because of his Akshayatva, his movement, he becomes just like a Mahanadi, constantly flowing and constantly spreading the power to all the people, for generations people. There is no Nasha for Surya Bhagavan at all. That's why Achandra Tararkam. That's what, when Ramayana was asked to be written by Valmiki Maharshi, Brahmadeva said, so long the rivers exist, so long the mountains exist, so long the trees and herbs exist, etc. Tavasthasyanti. So till then, your Ramayana Katha will stand permanent in that manner. So here, the power of sun, the power of time, the flow of power of sun, the flow of power of time in all its variegated manner has been described here. Tam Nadiva Prabhavat Kachitu, and Saha Orusati Nanivartate. See, it will not come back. Akshayat Nanivartate. That is, they don't come at all. Nivartana is to return. Nanivartana, no return at all, no drying up. What is return of a river? It is becoming dry. No Mahanadi will become dry. It will be constantly flowing, and it is always available at different places where it flows. Therefore, for example, in Benares, we have got 27 ghats where people are affordable and then can enjoy bath and all other activity with the water. Therefore, you have got the idea given that Surya Bhagavan is constant People born are not constant, but they all undergo the influence of the Surya Bhagavan, the influence of the Kala Visesha, and that is nothing. That's why what is sun god? Sun god is nothing but a standard person who will make changes in the universe and among the jivas, but he does not get affected by all these. Therefore, Suryaya Namaha, we say that, oh Surya Bhagavan. So to repeat, he says that Adiva Prabhavat, and moreover, Achaya Syandate Sautha, and then Kalaha. Next one we have read that Ha Tan Nadyobhis Samayanti.
तां नद्योभिः समायन्ते तां नद्योभिः समायन्ते
Sorusati na nivartate.
सोरुस्सती न निवर्तते सोरुस्सती न निवर्तते
Evam nana samuthana.
एवं नाना समुत्थानाः एवं नाना समुत्थानाः
Kalaha samvatsaragusritaha.
कालः संवत्सरगश्रिताः काला संवत्सरगश्रिताः
Anushascha mahasascha.
अनुषश्च महश्च अनुषश्च महश्च
Sarve samavayantritam.
सर्वे समवयन्त्रितं सर्वे समवयन्त्रितं
Tatai sarvai samavishtaha.
सत्यैः सर्वैः समाविष्टः सत्यैः सर्वैः समाविष्टः
Urusan na nivartate.
ऊरु सन्निवर्तते ऊरु सन्निवर्तते
Adhisamvatsaram vidyatu.
अधिसंवत्सरं विद्यात् अधिसंवत्सरं विद्यात्
Lakshane.
तदेव लक्षणे तदेव लक्षणे
So this particular passage we'll try to understand in the next class. Such a beautiful, because though the sentences are like that, but when we sit to understand, we come to know much knowledge about this Surya Bhagavan. Because Surya is the primordial energy. Surya is Agni. Surya is Rudra. Surya is Vishnu. That's why we call him as Surya Narayana. And Surya, all gods, whoever have taken their different portfolios in the galaxy or in the divine administration program, all of them are the same. Therefore, I think we go slowly because its recording is going on, and whatever I wrote in Aruna Prashna is not complete. At that time, for 4 years, I spent trying to do some work. It's all because of the Surya Bhagavan's grace and anugraha that he gave me some opportunity to reflect on the lines with the help of others also. But now, on that basis, we try to make more understanding of these sentences. And Nadi is a standard example. And whatever that is existent upon the earth, whatever benefits we are deriving for our smooth, happy, comfortable life, all that is because of Surya Bhagavan. And that is being pointed out to us in summarily by Valmiki Maharshi in Aditya Hridayam. Because Esha Devan Suraganan Pati Gabhastivihi. So what is the medium through which he is able to protect all people? Gabhasti. Gabhasti are the Kiranas. So all the rays of sun are highly potential, variant, powerful, influencing, bringing out a number of changes in the life run of the people upon the earth and elsewhere. So with these words, let us stop here. Then Om Sahana Bhavatu.
ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सकल श्री कृष्णार्पणमस्तु सकल सन्मंगलानि भवन्तु ओम श्री वेद पुरुष आशीर्वादोस्तु ओम तत्सतु
So